This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. What is going on? It is Thursday afternoon. Today is May 19th. Kaplan and Crew on the radio, on television, on YouTube, on all the audio podcast platforms. And we come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Got Grande in the house. Got Big Brown back today after yesterday he was off and Lawhead was in. Padres played earlier in the day. By the way, how cool is it to see that the Padres now are back to the Padre uniforms from like when we were all kids, the brown, which we love. And then to see the Phillies earlier today in that old school light blue with kind of that cranberry P on the jersey. It looked like baseball from like when I was a kid.
The stripe down the side.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
I like it. It looks really, really cool. So we're just getting going. We're just getting underway. Grande, Brown Man, how we feeling today, fellas?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Browner, how you feeling?
Yeah, dude, I'm very caffeinated today, so don't mind me.
Where were you?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
When?
Mr. No Days Off, Mr. Belichick.
Yeah,
no days off.
No,
days off.
The legal system made me take a day off. The legal system came and got me, as a great person said, and then the smoke got me.
You were in jail? What do you mean
what do you mean the legal
came
system?
and got me?
Yeah, what do you mean? Somebody picked you up off the street? Like, yo, you, come with us.
You do a podcast in jail?
I should have, to avoid another court date. Let's just say I am separating from a person. Then this is taking way longer than it ever should. Browner 2024. San Diego County would be the easiest place in the country to get divorced. That's now on my platform.
You were married?
Hold on. Hold on. Stop. I'm calling an official timeout on today's show.
Do I stop recording?
No. Keep rolling. Don't stop. This is now.
Browner just said something personal about his life.
Alex,
you guys knew what I was doing.
Alex, he opened the door.
Wow.
The door has a little crack, and I'm the kind of guy that likes to kick that mofo open. So what you mean, man?
Again, to avoid having another court date, because there's a person that works in a law office that hired another person to watch this. That's about all I can give you. That's all I can give you.
That's all you can give you?
That's all.
I actually don't want to know any about the details at all.
Listen.
That's not where I was going. That's not where I was going.
Wait, let him get it off his chest, Alex.
Watch this. I'm about to show y'all something that caused me to have another court date because folks think I'm getting money. Y'all ready? Buckle up for this.
I have no idea what's about to happen here.
Me neither.
Oh my God, he's taking off his sweatshirt. Oh, hell yeah!
Merch out
Oh, hell
in these streets, boy!
yeah!
Oh,
yeah!
Listen,
how's it fit?
It's good. Actually, it's good. It's good length. It's comfortable. The tag
logo
is
in
like
a good
scratching
spot?
my back, but
You like the logo? Is it in a good spot?
Yeah,
a
man.
little higher, a little lower.
Everything's perfect, man. Everything landed perfect, man. It's good. I'm waiting on the sweater to come next.
All right,
I
hold
got
on
the
a second.
sticker.
Yeah, just move the microphone for a second because everybody who's listening on radio has no idea what just happened. Here's the deal. Browner was wearing this hoodie, right? And before he said something, Alex, like the person who's watching this thinks I'm getting money or something or other. I'm not sure. Then he rips off his hoodie and he's got on a white t-shirt and the word Brown Facts, the logo, the t-shirt that we've been selling on our website. Browner's got the first one. I'm so jealous of you right now, and I want to tell you
great.
why. Dude, it looks
picture.
Awesome.
Your face came out perfect. Like the printing came out great.
Yeah.
And I'm so jealous because honestly, I told you guys, I'm the worst procrastinator. The other night I intended to buy a couple of Brown Facts shirts while they were still 15% discounted. Of course, schmuck over here didn't do it. And now I'm going to have to go buy them at the full price. But I wanted to rock them on the show too, to say to everybody who watches and listens, like, yo, I'm buying the stuff the same way you buy the stuff. And Browner bought the first thing, and Browner's the first guy to show up on the show with Brown Facts gear. I wonder how many people will be wearing Brown Facts gear when they come to 7 Mile Casino on June 2nd for our supper club. You think anybody else?
Ooh. I should be wearing a sweater. Then I can hopefully, according to the dates, Pretty much guarantee you I'll be wearing a sweater that day.
What do you think, Alex? It looks great, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Looks
so
awesome.
right, dude. His face came out perfectly. The fax machine's hilarious. Hashtag Brown Fax. And wait, and so Browner, somebody thinks you're getting paid money on this deal?
Yo, listen. I can say this. I don't, whatever. Just because you see me doing something, don't mean I'm making a poop ton of money off of it.
Oh,
okay?
here, I can imagine what's going on here. You know what
'Cause
happens?
I know you're watching this.
I can print out the PDF of sales records for you if you want.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well,
I know you're watching this. Listen, come on, man. I'm not turning into Elon Musk off no t-shirts, man.
well,
Stop
listen. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. First and foremost, for whoever is apparently now monitoring this situation.
Thanks for the views.
Hey,
Shout out.
Yeah, we do. We thank you for the views. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope
Like
you
and
come.
share.
Yeah, I hope you come. Use our website, kaplanandcrew.com. So whoever's now watching and monitoring, let me have a word with you for a second here. Here's how this works. Alex here signed us up for a third-party account and used my bank account. So when we sell a T-shirt and we make about $1, okay, just so you know, when we make about $1 per T-shirt, that money comes to me, and I'm making dollars over pennies. I mean, dude, this is not a money-making venture. This is a fun thing.
not yet.
Yeah, right. Let's hope one day that
Right,
because you
exactly.
guys are watching and you're spreading the word, let's hope one day there's millions of people watching, and they all want Brown Fax T-shirts, and then I'll really be making a whole lot of money. You know who won't be making any money? The guy whose name and face is all over the T-shirt, Brown Fax, and let those be some Brown Facts for those of you that are
Browner,
watching.
you should take Scott to court for using your name and likeness.
Right,
and
dude.
profiting off.
Totally.
You and Saban all pissed off right now.
Dude, if
man.
I'd never seen another court in my life, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah, dude.
Nah,
we,
at this point, I don't want to see a pickleball court, a basketball court, a tennis court. I don't see no courts.
No
Okay?
courts.
No courts at all.
No
Not
courts.
even the ones where you dunk on fools.
Not even. I will give those up if it requires me to never see another courtroom.
Dude, the only place he's dunking on any fools is like an elementary school with an 8-foot basket at this point. Come on, this fool ain't dunking on no fool.
Can you dunk, fool?
You know, it's funny you brought that up. I was at a playground the other day, and I
Mhm.
dunked the basketball, and I was like, "Whoa, this is familiar." It was 8 feet. It was 8 feet. It was too easy. It was too easy. By the time I jumped and dunked it,
You
I was
Sean
like,
Bradley'd it.
yeah, I was
You
like,
just, like,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Hold on, can we go back to the beginning?
Yeah.
First of all, the shirt looks great. The color pops, awesome. Looks awesome. Did it fit you for the tall guy that you are?
Oh, look at this. See?
Are you standing up now?
Look at that.
Mm.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow, look at there.
Look at that.
Alex, have you bought one yet?
No.
Yeah,
The
me neither,
question
but
is,
now that I see it, I'm getting one.
What it will look like after the wash.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's key.
See?
Yeah.
So the key, well,
Give out the
you
keys,
never have to
Cal.
worry. You never have to worry about that if you don't wash it.
Yeah, like Alex just goes in rotation. This dude don't wash
It's
clothes.
rotation.
Yeah.
No, I
sweat.
wash
I
shirts.
sweat
Very
a lot, man. I'm a
minimally,
sweater,
though.
bro.
You do sweat a lot,
gotta
really?
wash I sweat a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in my sleep. I don't know
I
what's
feel like
going
we-
on.
I feel like we're burying the lead, though.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. What's
Shirt
the
looks
lead?
awesome.
Just because Browner admitted something personal about his life.
Yeah.
We don't need details.
Right.
But you've never, I don't think. Because, you know, that we've talked about, like, what gets skewed, what's off air, what's on air. We don't even know. We just talk for 4 hours here.
Right.
But you just said something about your life that
Nah,
I don't
I
think
mean,
you've ever
it,
shared.
Bro, at the end of yesterday, if you saw how mad I was, this is me. This is the if I would have done the show yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been a 7-hour show.
Oh, really?
I was
Because you
hot.
just needed to vent, huh?
I would have told all the business and wouldn't have cared what it would have cost me.
Yeah.
But,
Hey,
you
listen.
know,
Let me
A
tell you
day
something,
later,
man.
you do better.
Let me tell you something.
Do better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look, you
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
you have intimated now that you're trying to divorce from a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a
And-
word that's the word that's easy. That's safe to use.
Yeah. And I'll just tell you something, man. Everybody, male and female, who's ever had to go through anything that you're going through, which, by the way, again, you haven't told details, but we can kind of surmise a couple of things.
Right.
It's not going well.
Dude, it sucks. Right. Hey, it never goes well. Browner, listen, it never goes well, bro. It
I
doesn't
see
go
that,
well.
yeah.
You know, like I have a buddy of mine who got divorced, and he's a really, really, really wealthy dude. And when I was going through it, he was like, "Look," he goes, "I'm just going to tell you straight up. It will not be as easy for you as it was for me, because in my world, here's a whole lot of money to you, and I still got a whole lot of money left over here, and we're all going to go on with our lives, you know." But for me, and he warned me, he's like, "It's just not going to be this easy for you, man. I'm telling you." And I was like, "Well, that's what's maybe keeping me in this thing, you know." But when you finally just make, I mean, when look, once the decision's made, it's made. And once you're on the roller coaster, there's no getting off until the roller coaster comes back to the station. Sometimes what happens is, unfortunately, you're about to do a loop and it's going to be really fun. And then the roller coaster gets stuck and you're hanging upside down. And
Mm-hmm.
somebody got to come rescue you. So look, that's a really weird analogy that I just came up with. But Browner, you got great friends out here, pal, and you got a
Shout
lot of
out.
support and you got a lot of love. So we're all
And you
sending
got a great
positive
and you got
vibes.
a great merch line where you're making a ton of
Oh
money.
yeah,
Clearly.
dude, you are making
Clearly.
pennies right now,
Dude.
I'm about to be Ralph Lauren up in here.
dude.
Like that TV behind you is probably gonna be like 50 inches bigger.
Yeah,
Because you're making so much money.
dude, you actually, this whole T-shirt thing. Just to be clear, just a final thought here for everybody that's watching, that's now monitoring. By the way, I've been there and done that too, Browner. I've had the monitoring of the show. We had to pull down a couple of shows. I mean, legal threats and so on. That T-shirt that you're wearing, you're probably at about minus $15 on that T-shirt right now.
Sounds about right.
Minus 15 because you paid for it, and you probably made about 30 cents on that. So
I saw the process from selling the sweaters. I know that we're not ahead of the game. Yet.
So
Yet.
So
Yeah.
Scott, you said like for you,
Yeah.
obviously for you
Mhm,
specifically,
mhm.
the 15% off is no longer valid for anybody.
Right.
But if you're making $1 off a $20 shirt, I
Mhm.
mean,
Now I'm making $1.15.
that's a discount
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So all of your merch that you buy is discounted because you get money back.
That's a good point.
It's like a
Oh,
credit
that
card.
is a pretty good point. I should go buy a bunch of my stuff knowing that I'm making money off myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you may be paying 20, but you get money back.
It's pretty smart, Alex. That's pretty smart. I hadn't thought about that. I really hadn't.
You know.
So
Yeah.
anyway, hey, it is Thursday afternoon. We are in the 7 Mile Casino studios.
Welcome back, Browner.
Yeah, Browner, happy to have you back, pal.
Shout out.
I mean, based on the emotion that you've already brought to the beginning of the show, I'm like worried about who today is going to get just reamed. You know?
Nah,
Should we
man. I gotta
bring
have.
back hit list for the day?
I gotta have my energy. I gotta have my energy right, man. My mama gonna be here at 4:00. So
Your mom's coming today?
yeah, she's gonna be here today at 4:00. She's
Oh,
gonna be here
dude.
till Monday.
Oh.
Dude, and where's she staying?
Working on that right now.
Oh, okay. Because if I was going to say, if she's staying with you, I mean, you might want to start putting away the silverware.
She's coming today, and you.
Well, listen,
Alex,
listen.
Alex, is that bad?
I had to listen. This, in all honesty,
Bro.
100%. This is the honestest, most honest segment. I'll
That
do on
man
this show.
fell.
That man fell. He landed on that knife.
I had to have a conversation with her
Mhm,
because we going to a recital on Friday.
mhm.
I had to tell her, behave, man, behave. Don't get me in no trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting two and two
Yeah.
together here.
I had
Alex,
to
you,
tell
you
her
get that? You get what he
tell her
just said?
behave, man.
You
Leave your
get it.
purse in the car.
Dude, he got leave your purse
I
in the
get it.
car.
I'm just letting it go.
Leave
I
your
get it.
purse in the
Leave
car.
your purse in the car, man.
Oh,
Chill out.
Especially after yesterday. Yeah, I get it. Let's move on.
Man.
Oh
I
my
get it. Let's
God,
move on.
Browner!
Yeah,
I
man.
cannot believe what you're talking about today. This is the
This
guy.
is it. This is the segment. This is it.
Okay, so I'm leaving town tonight, and you're supposed to run the show tomorrow. Do we need to take tomorrow off? I'm being dead serious. Right
No.
now. Are you sure? You got some stuff.
No.
If
Listen,
you need the
again,
day off, listen to me. If you need the day off, you let us know.
let me tell y'all something.
Mm.
This is light for me.
Light work,
Yes.
money team.
The
Light work.
everyday carousel that is this life. This is a light day. Yesterday was mild. It's chaos. It's chaos.
Boy, am
But
I
tomorrow-
glad. I'm so proud of you for saying that, brother. Seriously, I'm not joking in the slightest bit. Because let me tell you something right now. Everybody who's listening and everybody who's watching, I promise you this. Everybody got chaos going on in their lives.
Exactly.
I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care if
How
you're
many
male or
merch lines you
female.
got out?
Right. I don't care if you're black or white. I don't care what you are. You likely have chaos happening in your life. And then there's the front-facing person that you are, where you don't want to let people know you have this chaos going on. And then there's the person back there that's trying to clean up all this crap that's happening around you. Could be money, could be your kids, could be your job,
Mhm.
could be your personal life. I mean, whatever it may be, everybody's living in chaos. Because every
Yeah.
day, every single day, when you wake up, here's one thing you got to know: life is hard. Period. It's hard for everybody. Life is hard. You could have a private jet and mansions and a yacht and $1 billion in the bank, and guess what? You're sick. You got cancer. Uh, you got problems that money can't solve. I'm just here to tell you, man. Everybody is living in chaos, and probably more so today than at any other time on planet Earth for a human being. Life is probably more chaotic today for everybody than it's ever been. At least that's what I think.
And I'm a firm believer that life goes in waves.
Oh, yes.
And if it's low tide and chill right now, it'll come.
Yes.
Just try and maintain balance, you know?
Survive the
'Cause
hard
if
times, enjoy the good times.
Dude, you got a Chinese farmer this whole thing.
maybe.
See? Maybe. Browner, you'll
Okay.
give me a look.
I never
Chinese
heard.
farmer?
What does that mean?
Oh, you've heard it.
Dude, I love the Chinese farmer. It's like one of my favorite anecdotes.
What is it?
All right. I will try and I'll try and tell you what it is. So there's this Chinese farmer, right? This
Right.
is this is from this guy who was a philosophy professor. His name is Alan Watts, and I don't know a whole lot about Alan Watts, but if you go onto YouTube, you can find all these videos. But there's this Chinese farmer, and my kids will hear this on the radio, and they'll be like, "Oh, Dad, enough with
Here he
the
goes
gosh
again.
darn Chinese freaking farmer over here."
I'm kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, but Browner doesn't know it, so this is new information for
Never
him.
heard of this.
So there's this Chinese farmer, and he's got this horse on his farm. And all of a sudden, one day, the horse runs away. And of course, you need that horse, right? And the neighbors came over to his house that night, and they're like, "Hey, we heard your horse ran away. That's terrible news." And the farmer said, "Maybe." And the next day, the horse came back, and the horse brought with him 7 wild horses. And the neighbors came around that night, and they went, "Hey, this is great news. Your horse came back, brought all these horses." And the Chinese farmer said, "Maybe." And the next day, the Chinese farmer's son was out on these wild horses, and he was trying to train these horses. And the kid fell off the horse and broke his leg. And then at night, all the neighbors came around and they said, "Hey, we heard about your son breaking his leg. That's such terrible news." And the Chinese farmer said, "Maybe." And the next day, the army came, and they were looking for young men to go fight in the war. And they knocked on the door and they said, "We know you have a young man who lives here." And they looked inside, and there was the kid laying there with his broken leg. And they said, "Oh, well, we can't use him." And so then the neighbors came around that night, and they're like, "Hey, we heard your son doesn't have to go fight in the war. That's great news, right?" And the Chinese farmer said, "Maybe." The point of the story is that you never really know how good news or bad news will really impact a situation. And the universe generally solves for all of it. So again, you can go on YouTube, you can look up the Chinese farmer. Just telling you, man, what seems like bad news today can actually turn into great news tomorrow.
Maybe.
My man.
Quick learner.
My man. Yeah,
Facts.
I know. Look at what Browner has done today, Alex. Usually he sets us off on some course where we're pissed off and we're angry and we're fighting about something right away. Today, brothers be
I could
getting
have done that.
philosophical all up in this mofo.
I could have done that. I got some of that too.
You do, huh? You got some venom
Mhm.
all up in you today. That's
Mhm.
more sports
More
related.
sports
Yeah.
related.
I got some Nick Saban work.
Oh, dude.
Everybody's got Nick Saban work today.
Yeah. I want to talk about that. I do. Man, I saw my man Louis Riddick on Twitter today saying college football this year is going to be fire because the gloves are off. The gloves are legitimately off. You know, college football coaches forever have, behind closed doors, accused their colleagues or assumed they were doing something dirty. This whole NIL thing in college football, and just in college sports in general, but we'll just focus on football for a second. It has turned college football into a war amongst coaches and programs. They used to have rivalries. Rivalries were nice. Pitt, Penn State. I loved being in a rivalry. Ooh, it was fun. USC, UCLA, good rivalry. Fun. These aren't rivalries. These are now legitimate wars.
These are old white dudes scared for their jobs.
Pretty much.
Adapt or get left behind, brothers.
Pretty much.
All
Adapt
right,
or die.
Well, let's do that. Let's start there today. Let's do that, okay? Hey, we're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. For those of you that want to join our supper club, I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of your time talking about this anymore. I'm going to tell you to go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com. Our supper club is June 2nd. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you check out our website. All the information is there. Browner's back in the house. Grande's ready to roll. Let's do it from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
And now we welcome to Main Street Living tax attorney Adam Brewer. Adam, thanks so much for making some time for us.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Happy to be here.
It's the time of year when taxes are on all of our minds, whether we like it or not. But Adam, you are a tax controversy attorney. So taxes are probably on your mind all of the time. What exactly is a tax controversy attorney?
Yeah, there's no escaping taxes for me. So tax controversy attorney, I'm not involved with like the yearly filing so much, quarterly filings that some businesses have to do. I step in when things between the taxpayer and the IRS or the taxpayer and the state get a little messy. So anytime things kind of get off track for a taxpayer, day to day is spent with my clients who they either owe a large amount of money to IRS or state, sometimes both, resolving audits. So audit activities really slowed down because of the pandemic, just because IRS or the state, they can't say, hey, come to our office with all your records on this date. But we do still do some audits. Again, the foreign income, sorry to hit on that again, but it's just a huge focus area. So especially where I'm at, I practice in California, primarily Hawaii. So we have a lot of taxpayers who, were maybe born or lived in other countries. So we see a lot of these foreign account disclosures. And then finally, just people who haven't filed their tax returns. I know it's kind of, an embarrassing topic for a lot of people, but it happens where you just miss a tax year. Then before you know it, it's April again. 1 year becomes 2 becomes 10 or 30 or, So I do a lot of that, which I call like a tax cleanup case, get people back on track, file their delinquent returns, handle any balance dues they have, and then really just get them back on the right track as far as taxes go.
Well, Adam, you found a way to make this conversation not very taxing, so that's very very successful on your end. How can viewers get in touch and get more tax help from you?
Yeah, definitely. If anyone needs help or looking for more information on taxes, they can visit my website, triumphovertax.com, or feel free to give me a call at the office, 619-591-9500.
Watch the Austin Gilronis take on your San Diego Legion, Thursday, May 28th at 5 p.m. on Your View.
Welcome back This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends, what's happening? It is Thursday afternoon. Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man, broadcasting from the 7 Mile Casino Studios on the radio airwaves of 1090. Oh, by the way, speaking of 1090 for a second, Alex, I know you and I were both in the YouTube chat yesterday,
Yeah.
and I see that Bill Hagan, the owner of 1090, our business partner, Bill Hagan went into the YouTube chat yesterday starting to drop bombs. Did you see
Yeah.
this?
I did.
Yeah, Bill goes on the YouTube chat yesterday and unsolicited, doesn't tell me, he's not like, hey, Kaplan, I'm going into the YouTube chat. Bill goes in and he tells everybody June 2nd, which, by the way, is the same day as our supper club down at 7 Mile Casino. Hey, Bill, are you and Christy coming? You coming down for this event? Anyway, he says on June 2nd, 1090 has a monster announcement.
Monster.
Yeah, so not major,
Right.
not gargantuan, not
Not
gigantic.
big.
No, monster.
Monster.
Brown, are you familiar with what's going on at 1090 on June 2nd?
I have seen some emails. I'm aware of the impending actions.
Would you, from what you know, would you classify that as major or monster? Excuse me.
Oh, that's such a tough question. No.
I think
No.
I'm gonna go with the undersell, overperform route.
Yeah,
On this
because
one.
part of it is already known.
It
and
is?
So a small portion of it, I think, unless I'm ill-informed.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about, and I agree with part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Part of it some people already know?
Yeah.
Wish I knew what you were talking about. Because I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the part that people don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's big for the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, look, radio today in 1090 is one part of what we do, as is Cox Your View. I think I was telling this story the other day. I was walking through a restaurant, Browner. You'll love this. This was Tuesday night. My girlfriend and I, you guys know Rachel. She and I decided we were going to go out and grab a little something to eat for dinner. We'd had a very crazy day. Browner, back to chaos. Okay. I was telling my kids about this the other day. I'm like, guys, listen to me. I'm like, when I was a kid, my parents, I never knew the struggles that we were going through. Never. Because my parents never told me about it.
Right. It's not
They
your
hid it.
parents' job to do that. Kids should
Well,
be
they
kids.
hid it. Right. They hid it from me. They weren't like, hey, by the way, our business isn't making as much money. Or, hey, by the way, it's going to be hard to pay our mortgage this month. And I don't know if that were really the case. My point is my parents shielded me from that, And I said to my kids the other day, I go, you guys don't understand. I've been dealing with so much stuff in my real life that I don't want you guys to know about, but just cut me like an ounce of a break. Will you? Just suffice it to say I got a lot of crazy stuff going on. Anyway, where was I going? Where was I?
Don't know.
Rachel, we know Rachel. You went out to dinner.
This couple, I'm in this restaurant, and this couple with
Table
their
for
child. No, table for three. This was just a mother, a father, and a kid. And I'm walking by their table, and they say, excuse me. Hey, we just saw the interview you did on TV with the guy from the Miracle League. And so this was something that was only on Cox. It wasn't on radio. It wasn't on YouTube. Nobody heard it on audio. And it was just on Cox. And they said, we saw the interview you did with the guy from the Miracle League. We heard you talk about your daughter being a buddy for all these, kids that have all these physical issues that just want to play Little League Baseball. We're taking our kid this weekend to the Miracle Field, to the Miracle League, and we're going to have our kid start to become a buddy. And they're like, that's all because we saw you guys on TV. And I was like, that's freaking dope.
Shout out, man.
So I guess what I'm saying is that there is a big announcement coming from 1090. That's a big radio announcement, really big radio announcement. And then, radio and TV and YouTube and audio podcast, it's one part of what we do now. But Bill,
I started putting fake rumors on the chat.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Like what?
What did I say? Browner's leaving the show because he wasn't here yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I said Browner's leaving the show to become a full-time comedian.
Mhm.
Major announcement.
Nice.
I like that one.
Uh, I'm moving to Texas. Major announcement.
All right.
Scott, what did I say? Scott's getting his own show in LA called LA Cap. Major announcement.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
That,
That would
by
be
the way,
great.
if and when that ever happens, that's the name of the show.
Yeah. What else? I was just throwing a bunch of, and then people started like jumping in with their thoughts of what it was. Obviously, the classic Grossman's coming back, major announcement. Hacksaw is taking over, major announcement. Those like are the classics. But then people were getting creative. I should have taken a screenshot, but I was having fun with it, or was I?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Because of all
damn.
the things you just said there, I'm getting a show in LA by myself called LA Cap.
Very, very possible.
Browner is leaving the show to become a full-time touring comedian.
Very possible.
Shout out.
But I'm going to say the most likely of those that I just heard,
Uh-huh.
Browner, tell me if you agree. Alex is moving to Texas.
That could be very accurate.
Oh, I could be part of the Great Migration like Joe Rogan started.
Yeah. Follow
Yeah,
your buddy, your podcast buddy.
The Texas Trail, not the Oregon Trail.
Blaze it.
Yeah. No, that's not happening. Nor is it even remotely a possibility.
I'm telling you, of the three things you just said, me becoming LA Cap and having the LA show.
Well, you're
Browner
already LA
touring.
Cap, and technically you already have a show.
I don't think that one's possible because I don't think radio stations do solo shows anymore.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do a solo show. Like my whole goal would be if my guy Sedano ever leaves the 710 show because he becomes like a full-time ESPN play-by-play guy, because
Health
he's
and
already
safety
doing like
protocols.
he's doing like some radio play-by-play of NFL, some radio play-by-play of college football, some radio sidelines and play-by-play of NBA. If Sedano, and by the way, I think he'd be super smart to go pursue this because all of a sudden Joe Buck's making $15 million and Kevin Burkhardt, who is selling cars, is the number one guy at Fox. So if I'm Sedano pursuing
Kevin Burkhardt was selling cars?
true story, dude. Kevin
Oh, wow.
Burkhardt was not, he was kind of like out of the business kind of thing. He wasn't
He
really,
does look like a car salesman.
you should research it. Just if you Google it, you'll find out. But here's the thing. If my guy Sedano decides to cruise and go be a full-time play-by-play guy and, occasional TV personality and, makes appearances on radio and doesn't do daily radio anymore, my whole goal would be to put this show on that station. And then, by the way, syndicate it to both here and there.
That would be a boss move.
That would be a boss. You know what? That would be a boss move, dude.
Be a
You're
boss
right.
move right there, bro.
That would be a boss move. Hey, let's get to this thing that we started the show with, Nick Saban. Let's like immediately jump into this story. So I mentioned it, how I saw a tweet today from Louis Riddick from ESPN, my college teammate, who said, by the way, I just threw that in there like as if everybody needed to know that, like as if that was an important part of this whole situation. But Nick Saban, the coach at Alabama, the guy who is, I think, considered by many people to be, I mean, he's amongst the all-time great college coaches, don't you guys think? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm like
Nick?
some great historian, but I mean, you think of Bear Bryant, you think of Nick Saban, I mean, you think of Joe Paterno, Bobby Bowden. I mean, I'm just thinking about
You got to take Joe
all-time.
Paterno off that list. Joe Paterno not on that list.
Well, I mean, Joe
Yeah.
Paterno. I mean, I guess when you think of, look, we all know how his life ended.
I mean, that's like,
Yes.
but it's like taking OJ's accomplishments off the list.
People did. That's why you don't see him no more unless he. What did he say? Yours truly.
Hey, Twitter
I'm just
world.
saying.
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
just
yours
saying.
truly.
Anyways,
yeah,
yeah,
just
Nick
saying.
Saban, in my lifetime, Nick Saban is the college football coach.
Without question. Without
Not even
question.
a question.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah, but like when I was in college, when I was playing ball in college, Bobby Bowden at Florida State,
Florida State.
and Paterno, whatever
Where
you want
was
to say
Spurrier
about
at
him
that
now.
point? Where was
Where
Spurrier?
was what?
Spurrier.
Spurrier was at Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, you think of the legendary coaches of the game. In the previous generation, there was Bear Bryant. And look, and so Saban's the guy, but let's just move on from that point of it. Saban is the guy of this generation of college football coaches. This world of NIL that everybody's talking about, name, image, and license, where a kid goes to school. This is the way, like, I think people thought this was going to go. I'm a really good high school quarterback. I'm a top ranked kind of guy. I'm going to go to USC. And when I get there, because I'm at SC, there's a lot of opportunity for a good player like myself. Keaton Slovis last year, who was the USC quarterback, that guy had deals with like airlines. You know, hi, I'm Keaton, and I'm going to be traveling on this airline, American Airlines, whatever it was,
to Pittsburgh,
which is where he's now playing. Right.
Right.
So I think that most of us kind of thought, well, that's what's going to happen. These guys will go to college, they'll become stars, companies will want to sponsor them, and it's just like any other endorsement for a pro athlete.
And that's what's happened.
Right. But now I feel like the coaches, rather than saying, hey, that's the new rules, now they're all just fighting with each other about who's paying who. So rather than the kid comes to school, the kid becomes a good player, kid gets an endorsement deal, rather it's kid gets recruited, has lots of options. We put as much money on the table as we can. That's how we get the kid. Yeah, well, most people think that's the way college football and college basketball have been going for the last 50 years anyway. It's just been under the table.
Right.
Now it's out there for everybody to see.
Correct.
And now it's turning into a big fight amongst coaches.
And now Saban's upset because it's legal to do what he's likely been doing his entire time at Alabama and probably LSU.
I got more upset about when he threw Deion Sanders and Jackson State in there.
Should I play what Saban said?
Yeah, let's
Yes, please.
hear it first, and then we'll analyze it for everybody.
And you've read about them. You know who they are. I mean, we were second in recruiting last year. A&M was first. A&M bought every player on their team, made a deal for name, image, and likeness. All right, we didn't buy one player. All right, but I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain that in the future because more and more people are doing it. Because our job is not to buy you to come to school here. And I don't know how you manage your locker room, and I don't know if this is a sustainable model, because one of you folks are going to give some player that comes to our school a bunch of money to come to our school. And then you're going to come to the game in full strut, thinking, I'm going to tell everybody I got that guy to come to Alabama. And then he's not going to play, and he's going to transfer, and you're going to say, I'm never going to do this again. All right, so I don't know how it works. I don't know how you sustain a model like that. We have a rule right now that says you cannot use name, image, and likeness to entice a player to come to your school. Hell, read about it in the paper. I mean, Jackson State paid a guy $1 million last year that was a really good Division I player to come to school. It was in the paper, and they bragged about it. Nobody did anything about it.
All right. Now, just for some context, where is he speaking, and who's?
I think this is like
Who's
Alabama's countdown. It was like 50-day countdown to summer football or something like that.
Yeah.
Or not, whatever.
Spring
Fall
football.
Right.
Yeah.
Summer football.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy though, right? Like Saban knows.
Training camp.
Yeah. Saban knows who he is.
Saying random college football stuff.
Yeah. But
Hell
if you're
week.
Nick Saban, you know who you are.
Oklahoma. Sorry, dude. Go.
So Nick Saban though, if he's as big a star in his sport as we all say that he is, then he knows that anything he says is going to be widely reported and going to go viral. I mean, maybe he doesn't know it's going to go viral because he was talking about read about it in the newspaper. No.
He knows.
No. But read about it in the newspaper. Well, coach, these comments are going to go viral. What's viral? He knows. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
He knows.
But he really has, in some ways, it seems like, broken some kind of coach code here, you know? Like you're telling your wife all your friends are cheating on their wives.
When Phil Mickelson on him.
By name, though. Like,
yeah.
It's not just like, hey, all the guys are doing it.
Right.
No, it's like Jeff's doing it with this. Like, he went details.
So this is my problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Saban has been cheating because all college football programs cheat. Like, this isn't a mystery. This isn't some unknown. I'm not breaking news. This isn't, and this ain't Brown Facts. Get that merch. This ain't Brown Facts territory. This is a well-known thing about college athletics. People cheat. NIL is supposed to stop this. So for once, Nick Saban did not get the #1 recruiting class. Texas A&M did. For once, Jackson State, a school that nobody cared about until Deion Sanders got there, got a player that normally would have gone to Alabama. Now you out here publicly talking about they gave the kid $1 million when the kid who's the quarterback now at Alabama, people were saying he was going to get $1 million deal before he even went to Alabama. So that's exactly what you're saying in a press conference that you just did.
Well, I watched the whole. He was asked about NIL. He talked about it nonstop for 8 minutes, like nonstop.
He was
That was
prepared.
3 clips that I put together, but it was 8 minutes nonstop.
Wow.
And he said,
By the way, nice job. Good edits, by the way. That was a nice
He
job
said-
by you.
He said at Alabama, we have a pool, and every player that comes to Alabama will get equal amount. So Bryce Young is equal to the 99th scholarship player. Everyone gets a piece of the pie. You know, San Diego State's got deals like that too. Not as big. And he's like, I thought college football was equal. I thought that's what college football was about. You come here, you get an education, you get 4 years, we graduate you, you become a better man, you move on, off the field. We're all equal. We're all in this together. The whole point of NIL is that not every player is equal.
Exactly.
That's literally the point of NIL. Bryce Young is worth way more than the 99 scholarship player on Alabama.
900,000 to be exact.
And if Bryce Young, who I think won the Heisman, can go make $3 million and the 99th player on Alabama gets a $10,000 deal from the local Mitsubishi dealership, then that's just the way the game is. Like, and I think Saban is literally talking about how things have changed legally, and he's just upset about it because he's not adapting to it.
Right.
You know who's not complaining about it?
Bryce Young.
Lincoln Riley. Because when you're in LA, you have all these resources. You go out and you take advantage of those resources. Now Alabama and playing in Tuscaloosa is going to become a detriment because if Lincoln Riley calls a dude that's born in Alabama, a Southern guy, and he's like, I got $1 million for you to come be our left tackle in LA. And Nick's like, we're a player pool here. And once you get here, if you get a deal, you get a deal. Chances are that kid might go to LA now.
The idea of a player pool should be illegal.
I like the way you ended, and then you ended it, and I was like, I had to think about it,
the idea that Bryce Young made $900,000 last year, and then you were not counting jersey sales. We're just talking about the NIL money he made. The fact that you can take that money and give it to someone else completely flies in the face of the whole point of NIL. So my name, image, and likeness now goes to the 15th man on the roster. He ain't scored no points. He clapping.
And also, if you're a recruit, if you're a recruit and you're watching Jimbo Fisher, who we can play too, come out and hot. But if you're looking at like a Deion Sanders, he was already making waves before NIL.
Right.
So if you're a player and you're looking at a coach that has no problem with you making money, and you're looking at crankety ass Nick Saban down there, like, who you want to go play for? I get history, but times are changing, man. Things are changing.
And this ain't even about, we put this many guys in the NFL. Because LSU's now putting up 6 guys in the first round.
In the press conference, he said Alabama football players have made $1.2 billion in the last 10 years in the NFL.
Wow.
Clemson's now doing that. LSU's now doing that. Who was the team that had, I think it was Clemson. It wasn't Clemson. Who was it that had almost the entire defense?
Georgia. Yeah.
Almost
5 first rounders.
Yeah.
5 guys. Like the entire defensive team that was eligible got drafted.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it. I love watching. Like Coach K was all pissed off about it too. I love these old dudes not being able to adapt.
Well, let me say this. So you ready? I'm gonna try and figure out.
Go old man. He's gonna go old man on us. Go ahead.
Well, I know because
the other side.
Here's what I'm gonna do. When we come back, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of go from their perspective a little bit, and I can't wait to hear what you guys say because you guys have a very fresh perspective on this that an old school college football guy like myself, which I can't believe I'm saying that about myself. Anyway, I want to present a different perspective.
We should play Jimbo too because he was great.
Yeah, I want to do that. All right. Hey, before I do, I want to just remind everybody this Saturday, 12 noon, I Thrive MD, Mission Valley. So if you just go onto our website, and Alex, maybe you can pull it up here quickly, but if you just go onto our website, kaplanandcrew.com, a calendar for you now of all the cool stuff that we've got going on. This Saturday, 12 p.m. till 2 p.m., you have a chance to save 40% at iThrive MD. 858-240-1497. 858-240-1497. Come hang out. I'm going to be there at noon. I'm going to be getting, I've already decided because I was talking to Dr. Max yesterday, for those of you that are with us. I'm getting the immune boost, the weight loss boost, and the energy boost. What they do is they just...
You're not getting the kiwi, blueberry, apple, orange bag?
No, I don't think so.
boost?
They're like a fruit
That does
bag.
look good, though. Yeah.
That looks refreshing.
Right.
looks very
Somebody put that in
refreshing.
my vein. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll meet you guys there at 12 o'clock. We'll be there until 2. I'm going to be there for an hour. If you want to come hang out, have a good time, hydrate your body, take in a bunch of vitamins and nutrients, drink a mimosa and hang out, I will see you guys there on Saturday at noon. 858-240-1497. Make your appointment now because space is limited, very limited, as a matter of fact. And you're saving 40% when you're part of the Great Friends Ivy Lounge. All right, coming back. We will hear from Jimbo Fisher, the head football coach at Texas A&M, because he fires back. Stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios here on Kaplan and Crew.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
You're listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Please welcome 4 of the 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year from the 2021-2022 school year. From Central Elementary School, Laura Reyes. From Westfield High School, Tiffany Jokers. From San Jose Elementary School, Jacqueline Jordan. And from St. Joe Chavez Middle School, Todd Sanders. Teachers, please deliver the pitch. San Diego County Teachers of the Year with their honorary pitch.
Watch the Austin Gilronis take on your San Diego Legion, Thursday, May 28th at 5 p.m. on Your View.
I thought I was okay. I had a degree, I had work experience. I should be able to provide for my kids. But they're just things that you don't plan on in life.
My husband got laid off and we are a family of 5.
My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I would ask the doctors, what can I do? And they would just say, just make sure she's eating. Our lives just changed completely. Thank God that we always had a plate of food.
San Diego Legion Rugby is back, celebrating its 5th season of professional rugby in San Diego. Fun, excitement, entertainment. Just like all the sports you know, only better. San Diego Legion tickets are on sale now. Get yours today.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Listen to The Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and themightier1090.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
The San Diego Loyal had an unexpected bye week last week. Last Saturday's match with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks was canceled due to multiple positive COVID tests in the Colorado organization. The two teams were set to face off in a Western Conference battle with the Switchbacks in first and the Loyal in third. The Loyal are off to their best start in franchise history at 6-2-2. Their last game out was a draw against New Mexico United. This Saturday, they'll take on Rio Grande Valley FC in the first of 3 consecutive road matches for the Loyal. When these two teams met for the first time ever last May, Rio Grande got the win 1-0 in dramatic fashion. RGV FC is off to a slow start this season as they enter this weekend's match at 4-6-0. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View. You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
What's going on to all the great friends that watch the show on television here on Cox Your View? What you're about to see will never be heard on radio, won't be seen on YouTube, no audio podcast. This is just for you here on Cox Your View. All right, great friends. This is so exciting for me to kind of jump in the middle of the show and talk about something that is purely exclusive here on Cox Your View. And my friend Dan Engel is about to join me, who many years ago walked into our radio studio and told us about this concept called the Miracle League of San Diego. And it's about to celebrate its 15th year. So let me jump right in. Dan Engel is here. Hey, Dan, first of all, it's great to see you. Congratulations on 15 years. Can you explain to people who have never heard of the Miracle League of San Diego what it is, what you guys do?
Yeah, thanks, Scott. And I remember that morning 15 years ago really well. So the Miracle League is a baseball league that provides children and adults with disabilities opportunity to play baseball in an organized league. Every player has a buddy who helps them on and off the field and provides encouragement. We've been doing it 15 years. When we started 15 years ago, Scott, we had 80 players. We now have 300 players at 2 fields. We play at Engel Family Field in San Diego Park, up in off Loma Santa Fe Drive, and we play at Bell Middle School down in Chula Vista. 2 seasons, spring and fall seasons, and it's the happiest place in San Diego.
Oh man, listen, I know it well. I will tell everybody, this is deeply personal for me because I find myself at these fields, well, the one up in San Diego, on the weekends because my daughters, 2 of them, my 18-year-old and my 15-year-old are both buddies. And my 15-year-old in particular, she has this one kid that she buddies for literally every week. His name is Jeremiah. And she gets so excited, Dan, to go on a Saturday and be there to be with this kid who she has grown to love so much. Tell everybody about the buddy program, how I will call able-bodied, healthy children can go help these kids who are not as fortunate, but who desperately want to play baseball.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Scott. And I like to call it, we're nurturing philanthropic souls. We're teaching kids at a young age how good it feels to give back and help others. So your daughters have been doing it, I know, for many years. And my daughter did it for 8.5 years until she went off to college. I have so many kids who've now gone on to careers in the special needs world because of their experience at Miracle League. So, we start at 10 years old as buddies and go on. I have one player in the South Bay. She's been a buddy for her brother for all of 15 years. And
Wow.
the experience to see how people like your daughter have learned to grow to love these other kids and develop confidence and skills beyond what they get just in normal school and other outside activities. I
Yeah.
think It's so important. And for the parents, as you know, it gives the parents opportunity for an hour to just watch their child or adult on the field having a good time, knowing that they're taken care of by their buddy who knows everything that their child needs. And they can just relax and smile just like any other, parent of a kid playing sports.
Well, let me jump right in here then, Dan, because I want everybody to visit the website miracleleagueofsandiego.org, miracleleagueofsandiego.org. Tell us about the big event that you've got coming up to celebrate the 15 years. It's a partnership with the Padres. There's an
Yep.
exhibition game. There's a celebrity home run derby. I really want you to tell everybody about this because people love star power, and you guys have done such a great job of integrating with the Padres. Tell us about what's going on. Give us the details.
Yeah, details great. It's Sunday, May 22nd at Engel Family Field in San Diego Park. Gates are going to open at 11. At noon, we're going to have an exhibition game where we have one player from every team in the league, and we're splitting them up into Team Randy Jones and Team Mark Loretta, who have both been part of Miracle League really for all of our 15 years. And their buddies are all going to be celebrities. So we've lined up 10 Padre alum plus other athletes and media. So we have Rick Aguilera, Russell Allen, who played for the Jags. Drew Brees is coming out to be a buddy. Stephen Cooper, linebacker for the Chargers. Kevin Correa, Steve Finley, Tyler Gaffney, who was one of our first buddies in the Miracle League. Troy Gloss, there's a home run hitter if I've ever seen one.
Right.
Nick Hundley, Randy Jones, Mark Loretta, Corey Lupke, Melissa McIlvain, great USD softball coach, Jane Mitchell, wonderful journalist, ex-Navy, Charlie Nagy, Carlos Quinton, and Tim Stoffer.
Wow, you got an all-star lineup there.
I'm going to count you in for Back and Mark, who's been on our board, is a great friend of all of ours. Our partnership with the Padres, with you, Scott. I mean, we go back a long ways, and I'm so grateful for everything you've done to support Miracle League, and I'm grateful that your daughters love being buddies. That's what makes me happy.
They really do. Dan, we'll talk to you real soon. We'll see you out there on Sunday, May 22nd. We'll see you there.
Thanks so much, Scott. Thanks for having me on.
All right.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
What keeps me coming back is just learning more about myself in the classroom. And as I learn more about myself, I can share more about myself with my students, and I can open up more and care more and love more and teach more by example.
Teaching is just one of those things that if you have a heart for it, you've found your place, and I have found my place. I get to help little people realize what it means to learn something for the first time, and that's something like reading that will be with them for the rest of their lives.
Still a little bit overwhelmed, maybe a little bit surprised. You don't go into teaching for awards. You go into teaching because you sincerely believe you can make a difference in young people's lives, and that's kind of what got me into the field in the first place.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. and visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
welcome to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm Erica Cardenas. Today we're here at Bell Bank Park in Mesa, the largest sports and entertainment facility in North America, to talk about fitness. But before we get started, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. We talk with gold medalist Dan O'Brien about the latest in fitness.